Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel, and welcome if you are new. Today's vlog is about homeschooling. This was not an easy decision by any means. It was very hard, very difficult. Lots of prayer, lots of discussion, not only between Nick and I, but also with the girls, just to get their opinion on it, because this is their life, this is their education, and we wanted to make sure that they knew what was going on and where our head was at. The reasoning why we decided to homeschool was because of not necessarily COVID itself, but what COVID was causing, or what the effects of COVID were. Just because our school district had lots of things to think about with keeping the students safe and the staff safe, that they just kept on going back and forth on what they were wanting to do, what they thought best was to do, and that ultimately made our decision to homeschool, is because they were literally changing things up until 3 days before they started school. So, and since then they have changed things. I think they have been virtual maybe three times since starting school, and that's something that we didn't want for our girls. We wanted something that was consistent. I think that that was something that they need. So I didn't want them to start school and then 2 weeks in, okay, you're going to virtual, and then now you're going back in person, you know? So I didn't want them to just be going back and forth on what they were doing, if they were going to have recess, if they weren't going to have recess, if they were going to have related arts, or they weren't going to have related arts. There was just too many inconsistencies. Do we love it? Yes and no. Everything has its pros and cons with anything that you have. Most days I do love it. Most days I couldn't think of us doing anything else, and then some days I want to pull my hair out and I want to cry. So that's one or the other. Most days I do love it. There's few and far between of the ones that I want to pull my hair out, but I do have those days. Things that I love about homeschooling is because, sorry, I hear them in the back. What are y'all doing?
I'm trying to hear it, but Mom, I'm trying to hear you, but she keeps on telling me to come play with her when I want to hear you.
Oh. Anyways, things that I love about homeschooling is that we can make our own schedule, as long as they have 20 hours during the week, and they total up to 180 days for the whole year. So I can schedule our school days between what works for us. So, for instance, our fall break. Our fall break was scheduled for when we went to Disney World. If they were in school, we wouldn't have been able to go during that time because they would have been in school. So, things like that I enjoy. I enjoy being able to schedule our time off what works for us. I love the fact that, you know, one day we can sit down at 8 o'clock and be done at 12. I love that they can take as many breaks as they want to, as long as we have those 4 hours. So for instance, one day, you know, they may want to take a few breaks, so we can start at 8 and end at 2. So I love that aspect of it. I love that they can go at their own pace. For instance, Story is doing the life pack. She's doing the 4th grade, but she's able to zoom through the stuff that she already knows. She's able to zoom through it if she's, you know, getting it. So she's actually already pretty much done with 4th grade. She can probably start 5th grade next semester. So I like that aspect of it. Zaven is the same way. She can do as much as she wants to if she's getting it, or she can take as much time as she needs for subjects or lessons that she needs more help on. So I love that aspect, that they can go as fast as they need to or as slow as they need to, just to make sure they are mastering that lesson. What I don't like the fact that I don't necessarily know how well they are doing, because I don't know for sure if they're actually grasping and retaining the information that they're learning, or if they're just doing worksheets, if that makes sense. My biggest fear is that I am setting them back. I'm setting them up for failure. Sorry. That is my biggest fear. You always want to do right by your kids. You always want them to have the best of everything. And so that's what's scary. I think that's what mostly is my dislikes about it, and mostly what is the reasoning why I don't necessarily like it, is because, with school you have tests, and they have what our district calls as like their well check. So each quarter, fall, winter, and spring, I think that's right, they take a test to figure out where they're at on math and reading and spelling and all that, and then you get it and you can tell, okay, if they're right on track, if they need more help, that sort of thing. Versus with homeschool, you really don't have that, or I don't. Maybe somebody else does, and they can comment below and let me know a way to do that so I can see if they're still staying on track. That would be great. But that is my biggest fear, and that's one reason why I don't like it. Are we going to continue homeschooling? I don't know. Most days, I think yes. Like I said, I can never see us doing anything else, and this is what we're going to do for the remainder of their school career. And then other days, I'm like, you've got to go back to school. I don't think I'm teaching you. You see, they're peeking. But like I said, I don't know at this time. I will fill y'all in on whether or not we choose to stay this route when it gets closer time of me actually making that decision. And what are they doing? Story is doing Life Pack, and Saven is doing Horizon. I chose two different ones because I just felt like Life Pack would be better for Story and Horizon would be better for Saven. If we continue to do this, am I going to put them on the same curriculum next year? I think that's what my idea is to do. I think next year Saven will be more equipped to do Life Pack, if that makes sense. I think that would be a good fit for her next year. And what else? I think that's it. Story's doing Life Pack, Saven's doing Horizon. We may change them to the same. I don't know. I just felt like at this time the Life Pack was better suited for Story and the Horizon was better suited for Saven. I am going to go ahead and show y'all what the homeschool space looks like. Alright, so in that closet, if you have watched my home tour, that closet where we just had kind of storage and we didn't know what to do with it, we have actually made that our homeschool closet. This is where they can come to take tests. I'm not completely done with it. I want to add some more color into it. Maybe put like a picture right here, some greenery right here. This is what it looks like right now. All three of them have a box of crayons, color pencils, markers, and then they each share the erasers and the glue. And we bought this globe on Amazon. It's really cool. If I can show you. You have a pen.
Welcome, bienvenido. Aloha. It's time to play with the Geo Safari Junior Talking Globe.
And then you can press one of these buttons down here.
Nature. Let's play a game.
And
Where is the Southern Ocean?
So then you try to find the Southern Ocean, and then you'll hit it.
Atlantic Ocean. That's not the right answer.
Yeah.
Look for the blue ship.
So then I'll tell you how to find it, and I'll tell you to look for a blue ship, and then you look for the blue ship, you'll hit it, and then if you get it right, you get a point. If you don't, then you get another chance. But I really like it because you can do continents and oceans, you can do nature, countries, cities and capitals, U.S. cities and states. Let me it's just a fun little game for them to be able to learn. Try to put it back in. It's not going in. Okay, there we go. So I really like that. We got it on Amazon. And then I got my planner, and then a drawer of pencils and markers and some little I need to turn that off. Will you turn that off, Sailor? Alright, so in this drawer we have their folders that have like their papers for This is Stories Language Arts. And then it's with her language arts workbook. And then math and math book. And then she has math, language, Bible, science, and history and geography. And then you go to savings. She has the same thing, a journal to write in each day, a math book, her math folder, which is massive. And then she has this little workbook that I got from Walmart that she does along with her reading and her phonics and reading workbook. And then she has spelling, her spelling folder, and then she has penmanship. And also what I liked about this one is they have health as well for first graders. So that is what this is. And then Stratton has his stuff that I've gotten for him to do schoolwork as well. And then on the bottom one, the bottom drawer is just my workbooks that have the answers and all that, how to kind of teach along. So they're the teacher books for stories and savings, and then we have some construction paper and then their headphones, and then their pencil pouches and some index cards. So that is that. We made this, I don't know if you can see, we made this with a filing cabinet and then just a plank or board from Lowe's that he has stained. I really like how it turned out. Then over here, like I showed you in my fall video, this is part of their homeschooling as well. In this top drawer, we have games and flashcards and letters for saving to spell out her spelling word with. And then in here we have card games that they use, dice. They use these to match the careers. Old Maid and Old Fish. And here is a fly swat game. It has sight words in it that are made of flies, and whoever can swat the sight word fastest wins that word, and whoever has the most words at the end wins the game. And then for Stratton, we have a puzzle, a match counting puzzle. And here we have money for them to learn how to count and budget and stuff like that. And then down here is their Chromebooks and chargers. And then in this side of it is savings workbooks for all the year in these. And then some workbooks from Story when she was in first grade. And then her binder, and then printer paper. Then over here, what's up, baby? Over here, we have story stuff, the rest of her school books for the year. And then we got this cute little fraction pizza game. Oh, sorry. This pizza fraction fun game from Amazon as well. that is that. So it's all in this. And then their schoolroom, or their homeschool closet, we call it, is right there. Alright, so that concludes the homeschool part and what we are using, what they have. If you have any questions, you can comment those below. Give this video a thumbs up. And if you haven't already subscribed, please consider subscribing. We would love to have you as part of our YouTube family and to come along with us on this journey. And as always, we'll see you in the next one.